sweetness Gopal. Sakhi Gopal means sweet. So this story can be shortly described and chanted with music, and the scene of the temple will be seen, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing. Our real purpose will be the dancing and singing, a little description.
Yes. Now that, is that all of this?
Yes. Then he visited
Third scene.
Jagannath temple. And the Jagannath temple, you have to arrange, it is very crowded temple. So many people are visiting Jagannath temple. At the same time, Lord Chaitanya also entered, and he entered alone.
How old is he at this point? How old is he?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?
At his age, at this
24
point?
years. It is just after his sannyas. He took sannyas at the age of 24. So he is visiting, after sannyas he is going to Jagannath Puri. On the way, he visited this Kirchara Gopinath, Sakhi Gopal, and ultimately he came to Jagannath temple. And the Jagannath temple was very crowded temple because it is always at least 500, 1,000 devotees are always seeing the significance of Jagannath temple. So he entered, and as soon as he saw Jagannath, he became overwhelmed with ecstasy and fell down unconscious. So all the people gathered, young sannyasi has fallen down. So there was Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, the learned scholar of Puri. He saw this young sannyasi is not ordinary. So he asked his men to carry him to his place, and that will be the scene. Then after his departure, his followers will come, they will search in the temple that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not there. Then one Gopinath Acharya, I think the character is there, Gopinath Acharya.
Is this the...
Yes, Gopinath Acharya, yes.
Is this the learned Brahmin?
Gopinath Acharya and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, they were brother-in-law.
Sarvabhauma. Oh, his name is here, yes.
Yes, and
you don't mention
Gopinath Acharya is also there.
Yes, all right.
So,
Sarvabhauma.
Just note down. First of all, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enters the temple. As soon as he sees Jagannath, he becomes fainted and fell down unconscious. So all the visitors, they become astonished that here is a young sannyasi, and how is that he has fallen down? But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya noted that he is a high-grade sannyasi, so he asked his men that you carry this body, unconscious body, to my place. So his men took away Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body unconscious, and Sarvabhauma also exit. And then after their departure, his party entered the temple. Nityananda, Gadadhar, and Murari, all these men entered. So Gopinath Acharya was present there. He was known to Gadadhar, and Gadadhar inquired that, is there any sannyasi who came here? Then Gopinath Acharya said, yes, we have seen one sannyasi. He fell down in ecstasy, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya has taken him to his home. So he invited, all right, you come with me, I am taking you there. So all the parties were taken to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's place.
Friends of Chaitanya?
Yes.
What are their names again?
Their name is Nityananda,
yes.
Gadadhar.
What's that name?
Gadadhar.
Oh, I see, yes.
Nityananda, Gadadhar.
And Murari.
And Murari. And Mukunda.
And Mukunda.
Yes. And Haridas.
And Haridas.
Yes.
What about Advaita?
No, Advaita and Srinivas, they were left in
all right. They're not there.
Right. So,
All right.
the next thing comes to the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's place.
Fourth scene.
Fourth scene, yes. Lord Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya meets Sarvabhauma. So, now from Jagannath temple, the next thing is Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's house. Do you follow?
Yes.
In that house, Chaitanya Prabhupada, Lord Chaitanya was lying unconscious, in ecstasy. The same unconsciousness which he got from the temple. So, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was trying to treat him with some water so that he may come to consciousness. Now, when his other friends, Nityananda, Gadadhar and others arrived there, they told, oh, Lord Chaitanya, he becomes unconscious while chanting, so he cannot be revived to his consciousness by any other means. We have to chant. So in the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's house, that chanting and dancing began with all the members. And gradually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to consciousness. Then there was introduction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Gopinath Acharya and Gadadhar, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya told that you become my guest, you all of you, and he gave them places. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was only 24 years old, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he was old man, about 60 years old. And so by acquaintance it was disclosed that Sarvabhauma's father and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's grandfather were class friends. So Jagannath Mishra, in that sense, or Jagannath Mishra means Chaitanya's father, was, relative, brother-in-law of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So he took him affectionately and told him, my dear boy, you have taken sannyas at a very early age, so you should be very careful to study Vedanta Sutra from me, otherwise it will be very much difficult for you, young man. So he agreed, yes, you are just like my father, so you will kindly give me instruction on Vedanta Sutra. So there was discussion of the Vedanta Sutra between Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That discussion is shortly mentioned in the introduction of my Srimad Bhagavatam. You will see it. Is that
the discussion between Sarvabhauma
and
Chaitanya regarding
regarding Vedanta Sutra.
That's in the introduction to Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, I remember that.
Yes.
All right.
Then,
there's no sense in going over that.
Yes.
All right. What is the outcome of this now? Final outcome.
The outcome is that and Sarvabhauma was impersonalist and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Vaishnava. Then by argument, logic and everything that is shortly described there, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya became a disciple of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he became a great devotee. That is the outcome. And it was a great victory on the part of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was known as the most stubborn scholar of logic of that time when he became his devotee. Yes. And by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya becoming a devotee of Lord Chaitanya, practically he became victorious in his missionary activities, because Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was a learned scholar in the assembly of the king of Orissa. So the king of Orissa also became a devotee, and many other scholars and big men.
Of Chaitanya's. They all became the king of Orissa?
Yes, he became great.
That might even be mentioned in this scene. I don't know if you can mention it here.
It is not mentioned.
No.
But
well, that's an outcome of this meeting in any way.
When Saru Bhattacharya was meeting the king inquired that I have heard that there is a big sannyasi has come here. What is the detail of the sannyasi? I have heard that you have also become a disciple. So Saru Bhattacharya explained, yes, he is not ordinary sannyasi, he is Krishna himself. So far I have studied. So Bhattacharya, he was authority, great learned man, and the king, when he heard that he is Krishna, he also began a devotee. So all expenditure, everything was supplied by the king and his officers to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So many people, all 400, 500 men were visiting him. So whoever would come, and he would supply food and place. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he began his chanting of Hare Krishna in the Jagannath temple. The same scene is being performed here. Before the Jagannath temple, Lord Chaitanya is dancing. When we performed the class, I remember that scene. Yes. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is dancing before Jagannath. Yes. Every evening, 4 parties. In each party, 4 mridanga and 8 kartals. So one party this side, one party this side, one party back side, one party front side. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the middle would dance, and the 4 parties will sing Hare Krishna, Krishna. That was going on every evening. So long he stayed at Jagannath.
That only happened as long as he stayed there, is that right?
Yes.
They no longer do this?
No, not in that way, but Kirtan goes on in the temple still.
Not to such an extent?
Sometimes to certain extent, but he was different personality. In his presence, that was different. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, I would say, deity is within the temple. The deity is worshipped and Kirtan takes place, Bhagavad part.
In Jagannath?
In Jagannath Puri, yes.
All right. Now, is that all of the 4th scene? Anything else in the 4th scene?
No, nothing.
All right. Then that's the end of the 3rd act.
It is the end of 3rd act.
All right, this is the 4th act.
4th act.
First scene.
Yes, 4th act, first scene.
Meets Ramananda Roy.
Yes. Shall I speak?
Oh, yes.
So, after converting Saru Bhattacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started for his South Indian tour. In South Indian tour, before meeting Ramananda Rai, he visited a very nice temple which is called Vijay Nisingha. So shall you give that scene? That's a very nice temple. Huh?
Yes, go ahead.
Then the first scene will be the visit of Vijay Nisingha God temple. Vijay Nisingha God.
I'll get the spellings of these from you later.
I'm spelling Vijay Nrisingharh. Vijay Nisingha God temple. This is near modern Visakhapatnam shipyard. There is a very great Indian shipyard, Visakhapatnam. Formerly it was not Visakhapatnam. So there, near that 5 miles away from that station, there is that nice temple on the hill. So I think that the temple scenery may be there and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is visiting that temple. And after that temple, he came to the bank of river Godavari. Just like the river Ganges is very sacred river, similarly there are four other rivers. Jamuna, Godavari, Krishna, Narmada, Ganga, Jamuna, Godavari, Narmada and Krishna. These five rivers are considered very sacred. So he came to the bank of Godavari and he took his bath and was sitting in a nice place underneath the tree and chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. In the meantime, he saw that a great procession was coming, and that should be the scenario of this. And in that procession, formerly the kings and governors, they used to take bath in the Ganges with their paraphernalia, band party and many Brahmins and all kinds of charitable things. In this way they used to come to take bath. So Lord Chaitanya saw that somebody is coming in that great procession, and he was told about Ramananda Rai, the governor of the Madras province. The Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya requested him that you are going to South India, you must meet Ramananda Rai, he is a great devotee. So when he was sitting on the bank of the Kaveri and Ramananda Rai was coming in procession, he understood that he is Ramananda Rai, but because he was sannyasi, he did not address him. But Ramananda Rai, he was a great devotee and saw a nice sannyasi, young sannyasi was sitting and chanting Hare Krishna. Generally the sannyasis, they do not chant Hare Krishna. They Om, Om, that simply sound Om, not Hare Krishna.
What do you mean he wouldn't address him because he was sannyasi?
Sannyasin, restriction is the sannyasi should not beg from pound-selling man or see them. That is the restriction. Woman and men of pound-selling pants.
But I thought Ramananda Roy was a devotee.
He was devotee, but undoubtedly. But outwardly, he was a governor.
Oh.
Outwardly. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not go him. But he understood that here is a nice sannyasi. He came down and offered his respect and sat down before him. And there was acquaintances. And Lord Chaitanya said that Bhattacharya has already informed me about you. You are a great devotee. So I have come to see you. And then he replied, well, what devotee? I am a pound-selling man, politician. But Bhattacharya is very kind to me, that he has asked your holiness to see me. So if you have come so kindly deliver me from this material maya. So there was appointment of time with Ramananda Rai, and both of them met again in the evening, and there was discussion about spiritual advancement of life. And Lord Chaitanya inquired from him, and Ramananda Rai replied. Of course, that's a long story, how he questioned and how he replied.
Ramananda Roy?
Yes.
Well, is that important? That's the scene about the meeting.
Meeting, but that discussion, would you like to give?
Well, if it has to be rendered in the scene, it's important. Do you want me to render the discussion?
The important is the scene that he met Ramananda Rai. Yeah. He came in procession, that was a nice scenery. These things are already complete. Now, so far the talks are concerned, the summary of the talk was...
just give me the brief summary.
Brief summary, in this scene, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became the student, not exactly student, he inquired, and Ramananda Rai answered. So, the importance of this scene is that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not follow the formality, only the sannyasin should be the spiritual master. Anyone who knows the science of Krishna, he can be spiritual master. And to show this example practically, although he was sannyasi and Brahmin, and Ramananda Raya was a Sudra and a Grihastha householder, he became like a student and inquired Ramananda Raya. Ramananda Raya felt some hesitation that how can I take the position of a teacher to a sannyasi. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, no, don't hesitate. Uh, he stated that either one may be a sannyasi or may be a householder, or one may be a Brahmin or Sudra, it doesn't matter. Anyone who knows the science of Krishna, he can take the place of teacher. So that was his gift. Because in Indian society, it is simply taken that the Brahmins and the sannyasi can be spiritual master. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, anyone can become spiritual master, provided he is conversant to the science. And the summary of the discussion was how to elevate oneself on the highest perfection of love of Godhead. And that love of Godhead was described, existed super excellently in Radharani. So in the bhava, in the feature of Radharani, and Ramananda Raya in the feature of Radharani's associates, Lalita, Sukhi, both of them embraced and began to dance in ecstasy. That will be the end of the scene. Both of them began to dance in ecstasy.
Ramananda Roy
and Chaitanya.
All right. Now the second scene. Is that the end of the first?
And second scene,
fourth
act, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after finishing his South Indian tour, he came back to Jagannath Puri, his quarter, and after some days he started for Vrindavan. While he was in Vrindavan, he was embracing the tree as old friend, and the birds were sitting on his hand as if receiving an old friend, because he was Krishna. So after many years they have seen, and that scene, if you can describe how he is traveling in the Vrindavan forest, then he took bath in the several bonds and ghats. Ghats means bathing place of Krishna's pastimes, and everywhere he felt the ecstasy of Radharani, separation. In this way, he returned from Vrindavan, and when he came down to Prayag, a modern Allahabad, at that time he met Rupa Goswami.
Now you say the trees were old friends because he could remember that he was Krishna. Krishna used to play in these forests. Used to play in the forest. Yeah. Now he met Rupa Goswami
at Prayag.
At Prayag, yeah.
Allahabad. And
what is his age? I just want to keep checking on this. His age now. Is he 20? In his 20s still?
No. He took sannyas at 24.
24.
Say 25, 26.
A couple of years later,
yeah.
All right. Because time is an important factor. You have to keep track of the time in the play.
Yes. He toured, after his sannyas, he toured all over India for 6 years only. That means up to 30th years, he toured all over India. And from 30th year to 48 years, 18 years, he constantly remained at Jagannath Puri. He used to chant in the temple and, and meet his visitors, especially during car festival, ceremony of Jagannath. From Bengal, about 400, 500 devotees would go and meet him, and they would remain there for 4 months continually. July, August, September, October, 4 months. And then they would come back. In this way, for 18 years, he passed in Jagannath Puri. So Rupa Goswami, he met Rupa Goswami and taught him about the science of devotion for 10 days. That devotional service, he instructed that the living entities, they are roaming in 8,400,000 species of life. Fortunately, he, by the mercy of Krishna, and he gets one good spiritual master, then he learns about devotional service. So he taught him about the science of devotional service. That is the importance of meeting Rupa Goswami.
Now,
so here the scenery must be mentioned. That is on the bank of Ganges, there is a nice ghat, just like you have been to Banaras? No. You have been Haridwar.
yes.
You have seen many ghats.
Oh, yes, yes. On
Similarly,
the Ganges.
there are ghats in Banaras,
Yes.
at Prayag, and all, Vrindavan. That is the specific significance of Indian places of pilgrimage.
Yes, they bathe there every day, I noticed.
Yes. So similarly, there is a ghat which is called Dasashramed Ghat at Prayag. He instructed about the science of devotion and service to Rupa Goswami.
Now, how old is Rupa Goswami? Is he an old man?
He was old enough. He was not less than 50 years.
I see. All right. Anything else in the second scene? Fourth act.
That is it. And while he is coming. And then he came back to Benares. And
who?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
I thought he stayed in Jagannath. Oh, he's not now.
No, from Jagannath.
He left.
Jagannath Puri, he went to Vrindavan.
Yes.
From Vrindavan, while coming down again,
Yes.
he first of all came to Prayag.
Yes.
There he taught Rupa Goswami.
Yes.
Then when he still came down, he came to Banaras.
Yes, all right.
At Banaras, he remained for 2 months, more than 2 months, and for 2 months continually, he instructed Sanatana Goswami about devotional service. That instruction you will find in the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. I have written the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Yes, in that you will find.
The third, now this third scene, meets Sanatana Goswami, and that's in Banaras.
Yes.
And Sanatana is how old, about?
Sanatana was older than Rupa Goswami. He was eldest. He was not than about 65 or 70 years old. He was old man, sufficiently old man.
Yes, and the instructions to Sanatana Goswami are in the teachings of Lord Chaitanya.
Yes.
All right. Now,
similarly, the fourth scene, the teaching with Prakashananda Saraswati, that is also in there.
Who is this?
Prakashananda Saraswati was Benares. He was a Mayavadi sannyasi, Sankar Sampradaya. So he used to, this scene should be given that at Benares he was also walking all over the streets and roads. Hare Krishna, and thousands men were following him. This news arrived to Prakasana Saraswati, he was the chief sannyasi there. And some of the devotees told, oh, a very nice sannyasi has come to Benares. He is chanting Hare Krishna. So Prakashananda Saraswati deprecated, oh, this is nonsense. Why sannyasi should chant and dance? He should concentrate his mind in studying Vedanta. He is a fool. In this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is criticized. So one Maharashtrian Brahmin, he was devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said that this incident gave us much pain, sir. And if you kindly meet this sannyasi and talk with him about Vedanta Sutra, that would be a nice thing. In the meantime, one Brahmin came and invited Lord Chaitanya that I have invited all the sannyasis of Benares, but I know you do not meet these Mayavadi sannyasis, but still I have come to invite you if you kindly accept my invitation. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw this opportunity of meeting Prakashananda